Okay, welcome back. Elks 101 here, August 25th. Looking ahead to the Labor Day Classic coming up. We have an interview with Javon Leake we're going to get to in about 15 minutes or so. Look around the league, some headlines in the sporting and pop culture world. Declan, Eddie, Rick, Pat here with you. What a Monday. How are we all feeling?
It's another beautiful Monday, baby. Hot weather out here in E-Town. I'll take that.
It's funny you said that. I was thinking it was a little fall-y this morning. Like I was in my car driving over here thinking it feels like fall. Like fall means football season, called Bud Light apples. College football's back. Like everything was fun. I am a big college football Saturday and Bud Light apple guy. That's my go-to.
That's go-to.
Unless
snacking on something too, or what?
No, man, I just take it. I just go, and then I'll eat like a big meal at like 10 or something. Yeah. Once I'm on like my 6th game of the day and can't walk anymore, I invite the delivery driver into my place. Like, yeah, doors open, man. Come, hey, have a beer if you want.
Watch a game.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I wanted to talk about in the headline segment here. I know we're jumping. Actually, well, hold on. What am I doing here? How is everyone else? Only me and Eddie have talked so far.
I'm feeling good, man. I love this weather. I walked in here, I think at 15 degrees. I think we'll walk out of here in an hour or so. It'll probably be closer to 25. Gonna be 30 degrees today. I'm not feeling fall yet.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like this for like a week.
I wore pants specifically just
no leg sleeves till at least October, dude.
Let me check this out. Because
have a look, Deck.
Weather Edmonton. Because
heat wave now, baby.
Yeah,
like all week.
18 and sun. Come on.
This should roll over and hopefully into next week's Monday game.
It's gonna be 31, 32 this weekend.
Yeah, dude.
I saw some 31 on Monday, 30 on the.
That's when he said it feels like fall.
I don't know, man.
I think
that's the football getting in your head.
I'm out to lunch or something. I don't know. It was purely a vibe check that I wore pants because you guys know me. You see me man spreading it shorts pretty much every episode. But this time I was walking yesterday and I saw some leaves on the ground and I was like, that's good enough for me. Football season, it's fall, so throw on the pants there, but I guess not. Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about was, did you guys see the graphic that SportsCenter tweeted? SportsCenter tweeted, and it was like, "This is sports," and it was a bunch of athletes, and it had 3 baseball players, 3 hockey players, and just like a bunch of WNBA and NBA players, and everyone was like, "Are we sure about this?" And then the other thing was like Scotty Scheffler, best golfer in the world. He wasn't there. And everyone was like, I feel like you're missing some people here. So they had to like retroactively go back and delete it. Yeah, they deleted it. Yeah, because they were getting such pushback. It was like, hey, like I know, this is cool and all, but why is the 6th player from the Las Vegas Aces bench on this graphic?
Okay, so
and the best golfer in the world.
You took us into these waters, Deck. Now,
and there were only 3 hockey players as well.
Where do you guys come out on the WNBA, man? Because like, look, I'm a Caitlin Clark fan.
For sure.
She's the reason I started watching the WNBA, but she's been out all year essentially with an injury, and I could care less about the league, to be honest. Where you at, Deck?
I like the WNBA. I honestly think it's good hoops. Like I enjoyed watching it when they had a preseason game here in whenever it was, and I went to that. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. Like I like it. Like I like watching women's college hoops. I think it's a good league. I think they do it about as well as they could, but I don't know. Like I love women's tennis as well.
So are you still paying attention now that Caitlin's out? You still is tuned in?
Listen, maybe I oversold it a little bit. I like it. I'm not locking into every game. Like I don't know.
It's tough to find on TV here.
It's a little tough to find. And like you're 100% right. Like it's a little bit like if Caitlin Clark's out, like there are like Aja Wilson, she can really hoop.
She's a beast.
Paige Beckers this year was a rookie. Like watched her a bunch of UConn. She can really hoop. She's cool.
Sabrina, Kelsey like Plum, there's some beasts.
Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, like there's some great athletes.
Isn't Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah, that's a singer or something.
Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter's the singer.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Kind of a baddie. I said Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, you had to drop the Sabrina Carpenter.
You guys know where my mind's at clearly. But like the thing with because the thing with for me, like I don't. Do you guys watch PWHL ever?
Sometimes, a little bit, like I've seen it.
Yeah, for me,
I'm not gonna tune in.
Like no disrespect to the PWHL. For me, it's just there's not enough scoring and it's a little too slow. But the WNBA, I feel like they keep up like pace well enough that I can be into the game. I also like basketball more than hockey, so that factors in. But I think the WNBA does a good job, all things considered. On that graphic, do you guys have any guess who the 3 hockey players were? Because it felt like there were some pretty glaring omissions.
When you say it like that,
Not I would assume be your guys' first pick. He was there.
Connor.
Yeah, Connor was on there.
And who posted it?
Sports Center.
Like
and
Canadian Sports Center?
No,
TSN?
no, like ESPN.
Oh.
And oh my goodness, bro. If it was TSN, it would have been all hockey players.
Well, yeah, I'm just okay. It's got to be Connor.
Nathan?
And if the Americans are doing it, I'm gonna. Austin Matthews has to be there.
Mac wasn't there.
What about
Crosby?
No Crosby.
Ovi
was one of them.
Ovi,
Yeah.
All right. What the hell would be the
what about
third
on
one?
D? What's his name out of Colorado?
Makar?
Kale?
No, it wasn't him. It was they didn't have Helly on there, who was league MVP. It was Matt Tkachuk.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, he's
but like didn't win the Vezina.
no, but
Either
he's
year.
Big American
Or
presence.
Conn Smythe, sorry. That'd be crazy for him to win the Vezina. Didn't win the Conn
Safe to say
Smythe.
Matt Tkachuk probably, or the Tkachuk brothers, are the face of American hockey.
100%.
I still feel like it's Austin Matthews a little bit, but maybe that's some of the Canadian influence.
I think
like,
they took it over around the Four Nations
Exactly.
when they had those big scraps right away. They're on everyone's podcast now.
Yeah.
They rock the mic pretty well. They are 100% the face of American hockey right now.
Yeah, you guys are probably right. I give it to Matt. Like something about Brady is like I could just never. I'm like, this is the face of your organization. It's like, bro, one time
you gotta take it to the face.
It's like one time Seth Rogen was on a roast and some guy was like, you guys know Seth Rogen has a writing partner? And he was like, how ugly does that other guy have to look like if you're the face of the operation? Like, that's kind of how I feel.
The
Like,
Hills Have Eyes.
yeah, of course. Dude, I own The Hills Have Eyes Part 2 from 1987, I think it is, on DVD, on Blu-ray.
Getting some
actually.
Brady Tkachuk vibes.
Yeah, a little bit. Like Sloth from the Goonies is one.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Like he's in the show doing his thing.
And
He's also
rich.
he's also going to like what is the best case for his career in Ottawa? 2 playoff win. Pat, you're a hockey guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Daily face-off, not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, like they can't be, bottom feeders forever. Like eventually they're going to find some players to kind of help, right?
I actually do think they're probably like they're a fringe playoff team. They should be good enough to be there. But I'm just saying, like his ceiling just kind of always seems with that team. Like for his career, he's going to have 3 playoff series victories or something. I don't know.
It's going to be interesting when his contract comes up and he decides whether he wants to stick around or try and bolt it. Maybe he goes back to an American team or something like that. Because obviously his brother's having a great time playing in not exactly a fishbowl down in Florida as compared to where he was in Calgary, right? So maybe he's going to want the same type of safety harness afterwards.
And teams would line up for what he brings.
Oh yeah, he is ultra. He does everything.
Many different attributes.
He does everything. Like he's their best player. He's their toughest
Physical.
player. He's the
Skill.
heart. Yeah. Like he fights, he hits, he scores.
Leader.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like if Brady Tkachuk's my franchise player, like you probably have a ceiling. Like he's a guy you want as your leader, but you probably, I don't know, would you want him as your best player? Like what's his career high in points?
Well, we can check that out.
I mean, Matt Tkachuk's not the best player in Florida.
Yeah. That's true for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like Matt Tkachuk isn't the best. You can make the argument Matt Tkachuk's the 3rd best player in Florida?
Yeah, probably somewhere around there. You have the goalie.
And I would say Matt's a better player than Brady. Brady does more, but I think Matt's a bit better of a player.
Offensively, maybe.
Yeah, maybe offensively. I would challenge that though.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Like
challenge that.
I would see the argument.
There are definitely
Brady
people out
does
there
a
who take
lot.
Brady first.
Brady does a lot more. I feel that. Bit of a fantasy beast. Is this Brady's career high?
Yeah. So he's 83 points
83.
in 22-23.
Yeah, okay.
So point per
35.
game.
Yeah.
Matt went over 100 in Calgary a couple years back,
Mhm.
right?
That line with him and Johnny, and was it
Yeah.
Lindholm as well?
Yeah, they were.
I
up there.
remember looking at the advanced stats from that year, and like 3 of the top 4 leaders from that year were Lindholm, Gaudreau, and Tkachuk. Like they were just blowing everyone out of the water. And then like McDavid or Cooch was the other one or something like that.
123.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
109 in the same year as Brady. That's pretty good.
Damn. Who's older?
Matt is-
Matt's older. Okay. Listen, champion. Can't ever take anything away from him, but
Back to back.
yeah, back to back. That's crazy.
God damn it. God damn it.
It hurts. Even this page we're on right now.
Yeah, I
is
know.
down
I
like a
did have
Champions
to keep
with
it
the-
open. We figured it
I
out
know.
already.
Close that tab.
It's crazy because going into this cup final, I was like, there's no way this Florida team is good enough to be a back-to-back cup winning team. And then the series played out and it was like, oh, they are actually.
And they're
Clearly
really good
they
at
are.
playing their game. That's the
Yep.
thing.
And now Zito's paying everyone. Like everyone's just sticking around. So
Brad Marshall, what do you get, 4 years?
Yeah, he got a real nice ticket. He got a nice ticket.
Dude, he's going to be under contract till he's like 41 or something.
Yeah, that's the guy you want to add around the deadline. You don't necessarily want them there at the beginning of it. But I mean, having him there is going to be a big thing for them. But ideally, you bring him in at like the cup run.
A 6-year deal?
He's 37, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was 4.
Deal. He must be the biggest vibes guy.
Oh, easy.
Oh, yeah, he is for sure. Yeah.
Like you can't, bro. What? And his AAV is 5.2.
5.2. Yeah. Every year.
Come on, man.
Till
Shout out
43.
Brad Marchand, bag chaser. Like he might be in like the Chandler Parsons, Timofey Mozgov Hall of Fame for Robin.
Man, Chandler, dude, when he got paid that first contract, what was it, like 4 years,
94 million?
Yeah, like it was crazy.
Dude, I remember
over 20 a season.
And was just horrible. He's actually kind of goated because people on Twitter would tweet at him and be like, do you feel bad for all that money you stole from Memphis? And he'd be like, do you feel bad for the money you've taken from your work? Like, no. But yeah, for him to get a max contract was crazy. But that 2016 summer in the NBA was crazy. Like, I remember the Lakers gave Luol Deng and Timofey Mozgov, I think they both got 4-year, $64 million contracts. And I'm pretty sure both guys, they played like a combined like 80 games or something for the team.
That summer changed the NBA.
Yeah. Well, the summer before that in 2015, I think it was, Mike Connolly got the 5-year, $150 million contract. Like had never made an all-star game. Obviously it was just timing. It was, cap going up and he was the first guy to get that extension. But that's when I was like, I got to get a basketball in my kid's hand.
Money, man.
I gotta not coach my kid basketball, get him a real coach, get the ball in his hand and just tell him. Cause yeah, dude, you look at like the biggest contract in the NBA right now in terms of total value is Jason Tatum, 5 years, 314 million. Then you look at the biggest AAV like Devin Booker, 72.5 million a year.
They're making almost $1 million a game.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like I think they worked it out. Like the first $100 million a season player, I think could be Wemby on his like second contract.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Getting $100 million a year.
That's nuts, man.
But I also, it's funny because I remember seeing something on Twitter was like, what's Wemby's this third contract going to look like? And someone was like, they're giving him an oil well in Saudi. But dude, also like, I don't know how much basketball you guys watch, but like he is worth every penny from my mind. He does everything. He's so good. He's a unicorn.
I was going to say he's a true unicorn.
He's like, dude, there's the stat here. Let me pull it up here. But it's something like
because that guy can shoot.
I was going to say
he can lay down low, obviously uses height.
7'4", defender.
But then he can start shooting from the back too.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, because it's like
now he just got to put some weight on.
Yes, definitely.
This past summer, I saw. So he went and he became, what was it, a monk?
Yeah,
and then he
just side questing.
He goes from training to be a monk to training with Kevin Garnett a couple of weeks later.
Just the exact opposite.
Probably, yeah.
Opposite, man. And that I love KG. He's one of my favorite players ever, and that's a guy that you definitely want to hitch your wagons to for all the right reasons in terms of competitiveness, leadership, work ethic. So it's cool that he hooked up with a good savvy vet.
I can't find the graphic here. Just give me, but it's like, it's
because even these guys making like 72, that's going to be $1 million a game because these guys get so much damn time off now.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah.
Right? Like if you're making $100 million, you better be playing every damn game.
Good point, man.
Like, no, we got to rest him. We got to rest him.
I'm cool with them resting a little bit. They can play 70 to 75. You can't play less than 70 if you're making 50, 60 million a year.
When you break down the math of that, like how much they make per second, it's insane.
Like as a football player, you have to sit there and because I would bet that you never took one of those games off.
No.
So what is your view on that? Because we're playing in a very physical game, one every week with not enough time to really feel better by the time the next game starts. And these guys are playing, however many minutes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's something that I'm unfamiliar with because like, man, you play through everything in football. Yeah. Like
for sure.
Anything, any type of injury, unless you can't walk, you're taping it up, you're taking shots for it, and you're getting out there like regardless.
Yeah.
It's a way more physical game. And I know basketball is very physical. It is. There's no denying. But you can't compare basketball to football. No. And it's just a different mentality, fellas. Like it's a different warrior type mentality.
Do you look down at them a bit? As you're like a pro athlete.
I look at them with envy, man. I see what they're getting paid, but it's like hockey players too. You see these guys come playoffs and what they're battling through, and
when you hear at the end,
at the end of the playoffs, it's like guys are playing with their shoulders falling off and stuff. It's a different mentality, hockey and football compared to basketball for sure. Different type of dog. I would say
maybe a larger dog to play those two sports.
A little more bite to it, you know.
But if you're like putting your kid in one, you're putting them in basketball
for sure.
Right?
For sure. Yeah, I'm trying to get myself paid. Put my kid in basketball, so I'm getting paid.
Protect that.
Okay, wait. I have the Wemby stat here. This is like one of my favorite stats in sports. Through his first 100 career games, he has more points than LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Carmelo Anthony. More rebounds than Anthony Davis, Patrick Ewing, Joel Embiid. More blocks than Shaquille O'Neal, Dikembe Mutombo, Hakeem Olajuwon, and more threes than Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Trae Young. So like he's just doing everything. He's literally doing everything. Handles the ball like Kyrie. Crazy. The other one that did you guys see this U Sports game? So it was Quinnell and Western, I believe it was. Hold on, let me pull it up here. So Quinnell led 26-10 with 2:32 left in the fourth quarter. Western then leads 29-26 with 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Quinnell sends it to overtime. And then in quadruple overtime, Western wins 45-42. But they were down 26-10.
2.5 to go.
With 2.5 to go. And they score 35 points in the last 2.5 minutes. Well, 19 in the last 2.5 minutes and another 16 in overtime. Math, not a math podcast. No, another 16 in overtime.
Is that Quinnell? Isn't that an NCAA? Or is that
I thought it was
Queens?
Oh, maybe it was Queens. Yeah. I was thinking Quinnell, BC, but there's definitely not a university out there.
You threw me off for a sec. Yeah, I
definitely Queens. Definitely
in
Queens.
The OUA over there. I did happen to catch that deck. Yeah, that's big comeback. OUA, it's some good ball out there, but I'm a Canada West boy. I'm a U of M Bison, and Canada West, it's a different brand of football, man, in the West. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if you look at the CFL fellas, in the West, the best teams are always in the West, right? You can't really deny that. And it's a different brand. Like it's more physical, especially on the lines with the O and the D lines. It's like way more physical football I find in the West. Maybe I'm biased.
It feels like SEC versus Big 12. You know what I mean? Very like how one's a high flying offense and one's that gritty kind of line play.
Well
do you have to build your team a little more gritty because you know you are playing against the best and therefore you can't just do the old fancy thing like the other guys on their side?
Yeah, it's like recruiting, right? You have to recruit certain types of breed. Honestly, hockey, it's like the dub compared to the OHL, right? It's like a couple. The dub is gritty, bigger, right? OHL probably a little more skilled, a little finessier. I don't know, for example, but
you definitely see it. Yeah, you definitely see a difference in the dub and then like the QH, the Quebec major. Yeah.
When you were playing, was Calgary like I know you guys obviously
they were good.
Yeah, but Calgary they were the tough one in the Can West.
Yeah, they had some studs.
I remember the Dinos. It was always the Dinos in Laval. Like it seemed like that was the Vanier Cup.
Yeah, Blake Nill was a really good coach down in Calgary for a while, and then they had this quarterback Eric Glavich, and he was. Like so good, man. He won the Heck Crichton, so MVP of Canadian College at 2 different schools. Won it in St. Mary's and then won it at Calgary. And like that's very impressive.
All right, we're waiting on Javon Leake here. We're 5 minutes late. I'm feeling like maybe he's not going to join. I don't know. But in the meantime, Eddie, do you want to do a little? Oh, actually, one final headline around the. Is it Terry McLaurin got paid 3 years, $96 million? I'm a huge Terry McLaurin guy. He stuck it out with that bum ass franchise. I was reading the numbers. Like 57% of his career receptions were from like Case Keenum, Sam Hartman, and Dwayne Haskins. And he still found a way to be 1,000-yard receiver pretty much every year of his career. That's what I'm saying. And then for the team finally to get good, you go to the NFC Championship game last year, 12-win season, have a quarterback in Jaden who's on his rookie deal. To not pay Terry and Josh Harris is, the new owner now. Like I was pissed. I couldn't imagine them not paying Terry. And I also think he's been really restricted by his quarterback play, but he is like just talent wise. I think he's one of the most talented receivers in the league. So I was really happy to see him get paid. I like his game a lot.
Yeah, me too. I didn't realize like throughout this whole process, I didn't realize he was 30.
Yeah, I mean,
we were chatting about.
Yeah, we talk about him like he's 24.
Yeah.
He's been 24 for like 6 years. The way everyone talks about him, but whatever. Okay, do we want to get to Steele's reels?
Yeah,
got a little for that.
I didn't send in any clips to the boys, but is there any chance to the one thing I wanted to kind of go back on, which we talked about Elk Central, was the Rankins touchdown at the end of the game where him and Leak were both in the backfield. I really want to touch back on that because I think that there's some good opportunity for this team to take advantage of it moving forward. So in Elk Central, we broke it down. You have Leak and you have Rankin both in the backfield. And what it allows by having Leak in the backfield to the quarterback's right there on the hash mark, there is a defender who is lined up, who's responsible for Leak. By having Leak there, as you can run this Patty P, it freezes the defender there. He's standing on the blue signage there. That defender can't crash down as hard to go and make the tackle on Rankin because he has the responsibility of Leak. By the time Rankin gets there, if we run that again, Patty, when that defender makes contact on Rankin, it's too late. He's already at his hip. The defender can't move his feet to get in front and make a tackle, and it allows for Rankin to drag him into the end zone. Why this is so critical is because you can get so creative offensively. You can fake that handoff. You can pitch it out to Leak. You can do so many different things. You can send Leak on a wheel up the sidelines. And all it breaks down to is you're keeping the defense honest. You're making them have to play slower and react to you instead of set that tone. And I would love for Jordan Maximic to imply more of these two players in the backfield at the same time, because I think it'll take a lot of pressure off the O-line, but off Cody Fajardo as well. And then, man, both of them are so explosive, fellas.
Yes.
So get your playmakers the ball as much as you can.
And Justin, I don't think we gave Justin enough credit for how explosive he was, because I think we really thought of, power back, speed back. But Justin, to your credit, he is explosive and he hits things hard. He hits holes hard and he gets to the second level really quick. Obviously this one, we don't see him get to the second level. It's a 6-yard play, but he does explode in a way that I don't think we really give him credit for.
Lastly on this, look at the offensive line. You get a couple of guys that don't get big push, but for the most part, 3 out of the 5, they're moving forward. They're driving their feet. Just watch the white jerseys. You get a couple of guys that don't get big push, but the majority of them, they're moving guys downfield.
And that's the right guard who got beyond his initial block there too.
Yep.
Get into the secondary.
In that right guard, right there, boom, David Beard.
Yeah, that's
in the end zone.
That's the hole.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, that's McKellar there. I can't see the number. That's not Gregor, is it?
Yeah,
that's
is Gregor.
Yeah, that's Gregor there. Because Beardo did have to go and play, like we talked about. You heard on the radio.
Swap positions. He played left guard.
But honestly, it happens because you have Leak in the backfield. That DB or the linebacker's not able to move his feet fast enough. It's too late. And it's just happened so fast. It's a game of inches.
And Leak has to sell that a bit too, right?
Yep.
Knowing full well he's not getting the ball, but still going, there's a guy keeping an eye on me. And if I make the right move, it's going to keep him on his heels an extra half a second, which will allow Rankin to cut through the middle.
That's it. Because honestly, if that half a second's not there, the defender,
he's in there right away.
And you're making a tackle.
Yeah, he's down on the 3 then.
Yeah, you don't have to think. But here, now you have to think, and it happens so much quicker, and he just doesn't have enough time. And if you look at Leak, he fakes like he's going to take a handoff, and then
jumps in, then jumps out.
Exactly. It's all window dressing. And if you can do that and catch defenses with the explosion that these guys have, you're going to have success.
Yeah, because you can turn that into an option play too, right? Where you can pull it back from him.
Exactly.
And then
it's funny you say that, Rick, because it looked like, if we want to run it one more time here, Pat, it looks like Curley actually sets up there for what could have been the RPO if Cody wanted to pull it and swing it to him. And he had it's wide side of the field, but right there,
boom. It
looks like he's sitting pretty.
The DB is one-on-one. He's locked up.
Like if you want to, or pause it there. If Cody, he's not even thinking of, maybe play it for another half second there. If Cody wants to pull it, you got the half who's making a read. I guess the ball's been handed off at this point. My point being,
but that's the other option right there.
Is that Curley was there if he wanted to.
That'll be the evolution.
How have you guys like Jordan McSimmon's play calling since Cody's taken over?
Better. It's better.
Yeah,
I agree.
No,
like most
he's getting the ball into Rankins' hands, and I think Rankins the one that stirs the drink for the offense, and that's kind of why we are where we are right now.
There have been obviously, a few games where there's been the lack of commitment to the run game.
But it has been better.
Overall, I would agree.
The lack of the running game, would that not coincide with some bad offensive line play at the same time?
Yeah, it definitely goes in. It definitely factors in.
But then you're not giving those boys a chance
to get in their groove. Yeah. Get in their rhythm.
I think.
Do you think it's easier for an OC to call plays for a traditional quarterback first one? Because it's more fun to call, working a lot of read options and RPOs and rolls
get
out
of your traditional.
Yeah.
Right. With if we're just talking, forget traditional, we'll just use their names. Cody and Trey. Woo, spicy.
Oh, I know. I was trying to make a joke. That wasn't even a dig at Trey. Trey, if you listen, that wasn't a dig at all. I was trying to make a joke off Eddie. I might be the last Trey Ford guy on this podcast.
But it is easier to call plays as a coach because you do know a little bit more consistent what you're going to get.
And it's easier to be an offensive lineman too, right? Because the guy's going to stay behind you and relatively behind you the whole time, not rolling out to the left or right. And you got to turn around and figure out where the hell he just went.
I think you guys are right, but I do think there is something to be said for like flexing your creative muscles with a guy who is like I said, heavy in that RPO read option rollout kind of style.
Yeah.
Like you can draw up a lot for that. Now, the success rate statistically probably going to be a lot lower. But when something flies, like as the OC, it looks great. Exactly.
Great. Can you see them doing that in the future?
With Cody?
No, with Trey. Like popping Trey in there for whether it be a drive or a play or a couple plays and just to set the defense and go like, oh shit, now what's going on here?
I can't see
he may run. We got to be worried about that. And then
that's why
it's just like it's a tool that you have.
That's what I say on second and shorts, man. I would put Trey out there.
Really?
I would have him as my short yardage QB.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him as my short yardage quarterback.
Because then it opens up some runs for him. He can throw the ball. There's a threat there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like and 1 and inches. I don't know, man. I don't look because I didn't love it when Trey was the start and they put Cody in for 2 drives against what was it? That was the Ottawa game.
Yeah,
the first
but he doesn't bring that element of doesn't bring that explosive element. Yeah. He just brought the quarterbackness.
And here's the other, like if Trey comes in for, I gotta think respectfully, a lot of the offensive players a little more nervous. Like they're a little bit more like, what's going to happen on this one?
Well, Rick said it and I've spoken to buddies who I played with that are O-linemen. I asked them this question last year when there was a lot of back and forth between Trey or MBT, who should be in. And they said, point blank, it's way easier blocking as an O-lineman for a quarterback where you know where he's going to be, as opposed to one where he's scrambling, you don't know. And then all of a sudden you land up into holding calls and stuff because you just don't know. The tradition, I hate to be an old school guy, but there is some pure tradition that needs to take place at the position. And that is you got to be a good thrower. You can't just be out there happy feet. Like it doesn't work that way when it comes to this game of football.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, still getting blue balled by Javon Leak. That's okay. We rally. We got a little Rick's rant and Pat's problems. You guys good with that? You guys have something for us?
I've been sitting on this one for a week. I could have used it last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
we spun off. We spun off. And it's going to be a preemptive one because it's something that They posted the home record attendance 2 weeks ago, I believe it was. Everybody's looking pretty good. We were obviously at the bottom there. The team's winning, right? The last, I think, 5 games, you've seen a big difference. I know the first 2 were losses, but the last 3 are wins. I think now it's time for the people to start showing up. Okay. This team is shown that they're going in the right direction. They've shown what they're doing, what we as fans want them to do. Now it's time for the fans to show up. This next game is a perfect opportunity as to show up, but also just one of the ones you want to go to, right? It's the Labor Day Classic. So it's time for everyone to show up. Let's show up next Saturday, whatever it is. And let's show the team that we are behind them again, because we are really damn close. Toronto beat BC this week for us. Thank you, Argos. Close. We're now 1 game back.
It's another tough one. We want both of them to lose. We need a lot of ties out of those teams when they play.
We just need to get that one. Now we get our game back, and you win that one. You're tied now.
Yeah.
Like we're right there. It's time for people to come back out.
I like that. I like that
too. Like,
it's a good one.
It is a call to the fans. They are doing the right thing. It's not going to happen overnight, like that trust with the fan base, but they're winning. And if they go and compete against Calgary, come out with a dub against Calgary, like what are the excuses now? Like this team is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. So I certainly will stand behind you 10 toes down. These fans, they got to show out and support now.
Pat, do you have a Pat's problem other than when we were talking about the Queens Western game and you typed Queens in on Twitter and it just showed a bunch of beautiful women?
Yeah, that was a big issue. It's still up there.
Didn't work so well.
No, yeah.
Well, go ahead and close that tab.
Yeah. There was a highlight, or wasn't there a touchdown that was overturned in quadruple overtime or something? Was it the same game or was that a different one? Because I saw that earlier, so I was going to try and bring that up.
Quadruple overtime. Let's assume that's the same game.
Yeah.
You ain't hitting that very often.
It was the other quadruple overtime game.
Is that a just keep playing, or is that like you play 4 and you're done, or is that just keep going till one doesn't score?
No, that would be like
it's the
American college CFL style, where you each get your chance from the 30 on in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, completely unrelated to sports. Both my index fingers are pretty like out of commission right now. I like ripped my nail off this one in May, and this one I sliced open with a Ninja like blender the other day. So that's my biggest problem in life right now. I was like, I can only have 8 fingers.
The 2 most important.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm struggling with that. But just like on a sports side of things, like now that we're doing this ElksNation and like fantasy football starting up, I just did a draft the other day, and hockey. I mean, you're getting close to preseason and all that. Like, I don't know how you guys do it sometimes, Deck. It's actually quite impressive that you're following along with WMBA, football, CFL, NCAA. Like, that's my problem right now, is like really trying to watch all these games. It's a struggle, man. Dude, I don't understand.
I totally hear you. My thing is like, I make it a point to everyone I know. Like, I don't know if you guys remember like Skip Bayless, like basically anytime he has a chance goes on air and lets everyone know that sports are more important than his wife. But dude, I honestly feel that. Like I've told my girlfriend, like I plan on watching college football and the NFL every Saturday and Sunday for 8 straight hours a day from September to February.
I dig it.
The rest of my life.
I dig it.
And I'm like not willing to compromise, but it's just important to me. Like,
it's part of your work right now, right?
Yeah. But even if it wasn't work, like it's what brings me like the most.
Yeah. But now you had to use that as an excuse.
For sure. Now
like it's work.
Well, now you write it off.
Like, I got to
write it off on the old taxes, right? That cable package.
I heard you talking about that on 1440 the other day. Yeah.
It's a clutch one. Because I think it's funny because I think, and actually, maybe I'll stop there. But yeah, I hear you, Pat. It is tough to keep up with everything.
Well, like weddings and all that. Like I don't want to say like I have a life per se, but like I am just busy, and I'm like constantly trying to watch the highlights and everything and follow along with Twitter, and it's so difficult.
You're not alone, man.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, like, I'm not complaining, but.
I think Twitter's a big help there. You can just dip in there and get highlights from all 4 or 5 different sports. I feel back caught up again.
Any of you guys have kids? Yeah, man, I got a couple kids.
Yeah, I was going to say
it makes it hard too, because you're right. Like that's my passion, that's my joy too. But like I have to PVR everything, and then I'm not watching games till like 9 at night. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Getting woken up by the kids and stuff. Like,
nah, it's not even like that. No, it's not even like, it's just where you put in your time. Like, you know, like you got to put the priorities first, right?
I know it is like, I'm very blessed to be in the like situation I'm in. Like no, family, no real responsibilities outside of like, just making sure the bills are paid and watching sports. But I've thought about that a lot. Like I've thought, and this is how I know I'm like a selfish, potentially bad person. Like thinking about if I have a family one day, like how am I supposed to explain that I can't watch the kid for the 3rd day in a row because Alabama A&M and Grambling State are playing on a Monday night. Like, how am I supposed to sell that to someone? But I'll make up for it throughout the week. But I hear you, like family. I mean, that changes everything. But it's the most important thing. So I hear you. All right, I guess we should get to our look ahead for the week. Still, I've also been thinking about this one. The thumbnail for this episode needs to be us all, like a very YouTube thumbnail, like. And then the caption, we got blue balled by Javon Lee, question mark. It's cool though. look ahead to Calgary. This is the one that everyone's talking to. This is the big one. You were really hoping, I think, Saskatchewan was going to do you a favor and be able to beat up Calgary. That's another storyline in and of itself, by the way. The fact that Saskatchewan now 8-2, but 2 losses to Calgary and 10 points the first time, 15 points this time out. Trevor not able to really move the ball at all in this past one.
They almost lost to Edmonton too.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't though.
Calgary's got a D.
But Calgary, like, you would have loved for Saskatchewan to do you a favor, beat up on them, have them coming in a little bit, down in the dumps. Now, like, they just beat the best team in the league, or the perceived best team in the league, for the second time they've played them.
Let them feel themselves.
Dominated them again. They're feeling themselves.
Good.
Now, Edmonton has a lot of momentum as well, but I look at the way this Calgary team is playing, and Vernon Adams Jr., again, stat line's never going to blow you away, but baller, like MVP in terms of what he means to that team. Dominic Rams and Jalen Philpott, both killing in the receiving game, over 500 yards so far. We've talked about him a bunch. Jalen Hutchings, he has 6 sacks and 26 tackles as a D tackle. Yeah, Clarence Hicks, 5 sacks as well. Like, they are just balling kind of at every position, it seems. Adrian Green has 4 picks so far. Like, that's a good season for a lot of DBs. He's got 4 picks in 11 games. It's a really, really tall task. It's a tough one. It's a tough place to play. Mark Killam knows the organization very well. And I'm just really, really curious to see, like, how much Edmonton's momentum carries over into this one.
Well, they're going into this with as much momentum as you could have, winning 3 straight. I'm with you, Deck. I'll fall in the same camp. I'm curious to see. But what I'm even more curious is, this is Mark Killam, who we know is a passionate coach. First matchup back after spending 2+ decades with the Stamps.
That's the thing, man. Like, it's pretty, he was there from 05 to 24. It is pretty rare for a coach to be with an organization that long.
How old is he?
46.
He got in there.
Wow.
He got in young, yeah. But he went from strength and conditioning coach, defensive assistant, linebacker coach, special.
You don't look 46.
Head coach.
He looks 30s, man. Yeah,
well preserved.
But I'm like, the love he must have for Calgary is like, because 19 years as a coach with one organizer, 20 years.
But if you
that's
ask
insane.
Him, if you ask him, he'll say, fuck him.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Quickly, he'll say it.
Oh, so definitely.
It's really interesting because there's got to be some deep-seated love there.
For
but
sure.
Then I know it went sideways towards the end too. So, hey, boy, he's a passionate dude. I can't wait to see how he fires up.
You've been in the room before. You think the boys are going to be a little more pumped up for this one all week?
No
like,
about it.
He doesn't have to even raise his voice this week. You've got the OC, the DC. They know who they're playing for.
Yeah.
They're going to bring something special, and the players are going to step up their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a conversation had without Killam around.
Yeah.
Because this guy too, from what I've heard, is like the players love playing for him. I've never played for him, but I know him well. I've played with guys who
he looks like a guy that you're going to want to play for.
And he cares about the dudes. I've had some coaches where they're just dicks and you're just a number. Killam seems to genuinely care about his guys. So that makes you want to put it out there on the line even more for your coach.
100%. I'm really curious to see how this one goes. How much do you think he's going to be able to implement? Just knowing the team.
It'll help. But again, Calgary's a different team.
Yeah, for sure. Different quarterback, different.
We thought they were going to suck.
Yep.
And here they are, egg on our face.
Yeah, they've really proved everyone wrong.
Something that we haven't talked about, fellas, a ton with Mark Killam is just the special teams play of the Double E. I think that it's been very strong from what we've seen the past few years. They're probably one of the best special teams in the game.
And he gets jacked up for the plays.
Oh, does he?
Like, he's one of the first ones to run on the field, right? You don't see that sort of some coaches.
Heck no, you don't.
But he wasn't always the special teams guy in Calgary, was he?
Yeah, for the most part, like strength and conditioning, and then special teams was his jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his baby. You know what I mean? Like, he 15 years as a special teams coordinator. Like, he's going to make sure if there's one point of the game, like, listen, they might go out there and get 0 yards on offense, give up 500 on defense, but he is going to make sure the special teams are doing what they need to do. He's going to make sure they're eating. Like, that's just how it is when you're a special teams coordinator for 15 years and going to being a head coach. I look at this one and I've been pretty bullish on Edmonton's prospects the last really 4 times out, starting with the Hamilton game. Maybe the next 3 after that, because Hamilton was still kind of, we needed to wait and see. Like, they had lost the Saskatchewan game the week before that. This is the first time in the last little while I'm feeling like this is going to tell us a lot about what this Elks team is, because it's one thing to, play two of the best teams in the league close, but you still lost. Then it's, you go and you beat up a depleted Montreal team, Ottawa and Toronto, who are bottom feeders. And it's about W's and L's. Don't get me wrong. Those W's stack up. But now this is like a real tough defense, real good team on the road. Like, this is the one that's going to tell you a lot.
Haven't beat a Western opponent yet.
No, and you know what?
They're 4 versus the West.
Before the last 2 games, before the 3 in a row, I think is where the confidence is going to come out of. You play the 2 of the top teams in the league, and you're right there with them. You're now playing another top team in the league. You can be right there with them. There's no reason for them not to believe they can't do it. Now you just have to go on the field and just do it. Because now it's almost the simple part, right?
It is, Rick. You just got to do it, man. You know what works ahead of you. You just got to go and do it now.
Yeah.
What, like, okay, so like if they go into this game and get blown out like 40-13, what's your takeaway on this Elks team? Because here's the thing: if you lose to them close, you can take solace in that.
For sure.
I know it's W's and L's, but you can take solace in that. If you go and get fucking mollywopped by a real opponent, quote unquote real opponent,
that's not a good look.
It's a bad look, yeah. And then you got to play them next week on a short week.
You almost look at the 2 games as one game, though, right? Like, if you lose the first game, now you got to win the second game. And if you walk out of it 1-1, you're probably fine. You're probably walking into it right now going, hey, we could, if we saw it in half, that's not the end of the world for us. Yeah. So it'd depend on the type of game. Like, if you can't do anything on offense and the defense is terrible, don't predict that happening. But if that's what happened, sure, you're probably down, but then at the end of the day, you've got another game in 4 or 5 days afterwards against the same opponent. Go out there and fix it.
Like, when I look at the Elks, I wouldn't put them in the top tier of teams in the CFL. I think we'd all agree with that. But they're definitely trending upward, and I firmly have them, like right now, would have them in that second tier, probably low second tier. But this is a top tier team in Calgary, and if you go out there and just get throttled, like all of a sudden those wins against those bottom feeders don't look quite as good. All of a sudden there are kind of some questions, maybe, from us certainly, but even maybe internally, like, damn, are we not as good as we thought we were? Like, where do we kind of stand as a team? So I don't know. This one's huge. I had been talking about it a lot. Obviously, you guys know that they're basically 7-6 in my mind. This is the first time after watching what Calgary did to Saskatchewan, thinking I might have jumped the gun on their 7-6, and this is going to be a real tough ball game.
What's interesting is just where the EE are at. It's so sensitive still, right? Because you can go in a season and get blown out, and that's okay. You'll take a loss sometimes here and there, but you can't get blown out in this position because, again, haven't beaten a Western opponent.
Yep.
You've got some momentum, trying to earn that trust of the fan base back by proving that they are a decent football team. You just can't. I feel like it would be that 2 steps backwards scenario if you came and just laid an egg.
Yep, no, 100%.
In the biggest game of the year. Yep. That's what this is.
Yes. 100%. 100%. And when I look at like keys to the game offensively, well, what is it for you guys offensively? What are you looking for from JC, Cody in this offense?
In this game against that opponent, man, everyone needs to be on their game. You can't just have one group that steps up and one group kind of slips. You need the offensive line to be there. You need the receivers to make sure they're getting open and catching the ball when they have an opportunity. They need the running backs to find the hole and get those yards and make second down short, right? There's no room for someone to take a slip in a game like this. Everybody's got to bring it. Everyone's got to be at their best. This is like, you're going to have a couple of Grey Cup games this season, and this is one of them, I think.
It's pretty deadly accurate.
Yeah.
You can't have those slippages. It's got to be everybody pulling their weight. You can't have
drops in the end zone to win the game.
No drops, no touchdown drops. Yeah, you can't rush it only 5 times for no yards gained. It's going to be on everybody, coaches as well. It's on everybody this week.
The biggest one for me offensively is you got to go out and you got to set the tone. You got to have you have to have a first few couple drives. Like, you can't go 2 and out. All of a sudden you're playing a field position game after 2 possessions where you've had no success. Exactly. Like, you can't let Calgary's defense immediately go out there and put belt to ass on you. Like, you don't have to score. We don't need a touchdown every drive to start the game, although that'd be great. But you need to show Calgary that you can move the ball against them. You need to show them that, yes, exactly, that they're going to have to work against you offensively. You know what I mean? Like, you just need to, because the minute this Calgary defense gets into a rhythm, like, it's so tough to break with how well they're playing. Like, that defense is great. Protect the quarterback, obviously, that goes without saying. But I really do think the biggest one is just not letting Calgary get into a rhythm defensively. And we use the word rhythm a lot around here.
Well, no, but Deck, what you're saying is like a real thing. Having played down there, man, that momentum, it's so thick in McMahon. I hate it. Because you can feel it. You can feel it on your shoulders almost. When they start rolling fast, they get those quick touchdowns and field goals, and then they hold you to 2 and out. Next thing you know, that stupid horse is galloping up and down the bench behind you because they're scoring. It's a real thing, man. The air is thinner there too. So you're usually out of breath in the first quarter because like people don't want to admit it, but the air is thinner there. So you're not catching your oxygen as quickly and you're overhyped because it's such a big game. So you're short of breath. So they do got to have their composure and not let that defense or just the Calgary team in general get that momentum because it snowballs so fast in that freaking building, man. Yeah,
like this 100%. The same thing I think can be said defensively. Like you can't let Calgary go out there and dog walk you first drive. But the one thing, like the reason I think it's a little bit more important for the offense is because as good as like VA's been, as good as Diedrich's been, as good as Dominic Rhymes has been, who's going to be back for this one. Same with Adrian Green. It's as good as those guys have been offensively. Calgary, to me, Calgary feels like a defensive team. You know what I mean? And if all they have to do is flip field position, put their offense in good positions, that's going to work wonders for them. That's why I look at it and think like you have to first play of the game. I'm running whatever that my highest percentage play in the playbook is. I'm running that play. Like I might even run a halfback screen first play of the game, try and get 6. Then run all slants and just try and pick up that first down. Just a first down quickly.
But a screen can go so bad.
It could be
like that could be a 4-yard loss right away.
A huge loss.
I'm playing it out in my mind.
I agree with you. Like I want to get this quick little momentum, but the screen pass, like that's bang. Next thing you know, you're down 4. It's 2nd and 14. You're like, God dang it.
But you have the go-to receiver. Like there's no progression. You're just getting it out. If it gets blown up, it gets blown up. But screens, like they generally work out pretty decent. Like there aren't too many screens that definitely some, but there aren't too many that get blown up for an 8-yard loss. Now I will say if there was a screen that's going to get blown up for an 8-yard loss, first play of the game might not be a bad time for that to happen because that's when everyone's fired up and the adrenaline's pumping. But still, when I'm running, I don't know, maybe I'll run a sweep.
What if they get Maxima comes out with Rankin and Leak in the backfield?
I like it.
Double option.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Just get a quick 4 yards,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just momentum. Just get some momentum early.
Just a little chunk.
And then just nothing but slants. I want that first down quick.
You want that sluggo.
Yeah.
You want to set him up for a sluggo.
No, never. I don't want to put them in that position. What else? Anything else for this game here? Like, I mean, listen, it goes without saying, biggest game of the season. Obviously not going to throw the must-win tag on it. That'd be disingenuous, but
for the trust of the fan base, it's damn near that point. You got to win against a Western opponent at some time, right?
The league will wake up if you will beat Calgary here, right? Everyone's going to look at you a little bit differently.
Then all of a sudden you've won 4 in a row. You're not just beating
one of them was Calgary.
You're not just beating up on Dustin Crum and Nick Arbuckle anymore. Exactly. And McLeod Bethel Thompson. It was like the worst quarterback. And another one I didn't even mention. Yeah, like if you go and get this, like this is a real win against a real high quality opponent. You win this one. You've won 4 in a row. Now they're coming back to play the rematch in your barn, coming off that win.
Got to sell out that lower bowl.
Yeah, for sure. That's
the rematch.
They say the league doesn't start until Labor Day. So I don't know. Come out, show out for sure.
I think you're going to see something from the defense, man. I do. And I think, you know what? 2 picks.
Oh,
2 picks.
I like it, Rick. Okay.
2 picks. This defense they're coming together. It's almost their time. Now it's time to go out there and, what do we have? 2 picks all year?
In VA, he throws up the booty now.
Right?
He'll give it up.
He does. He does turn it over a little bit.
Yeah. So the guys are out there. The guys are hungry. I think this is the one for time to get going here. Let's show them that we can play with these guys. 2 picks this game.
Cody will throw 1 hilarious interception that doesn't need to be thrown. So everyone get ready for that. That's going to happen. But I'm really excited for this one. Most excited I've been for an Elks game in some time. Really?
4 or 5 years almost.
Yeah, honestly. And like there have been games where I thought they're going to win, obviously these last 3, but this is one where I'm really looking forward to it and really thinking like, okay, this has big game feel to it. This has
500 at the Labor Day would be nice.
Yeah.
And this team historically the past 2 or 3 years has shown, and I know it's different coaching staff, but a lot of similar players. They are a stronger second half team than first half. And we're starting to see that trend happen again.
100%. Pat, do you have anything to add?
No, I think it's just.
I feel bad anytime we.
No, it's all good. You guys are the ones with the knowledge. I'm just over here pushing buttons. But I do think it's just important to ride that confidence, right? And like you guys said, kind of getting some points or some drives early in the game can really make, because Calgary's probably going to come into this thinking, right. So if you can get to them in the first quarter and kind of break some of that confidence, especially at home. And I mean, we should have confidence right now, 3 in a row. Like, yeah, some of the teams are a little easier, but at the same time, like you said, wins are wins. So ride that. You could tell on the sideline, Rankin, kill him there, fired up. Just bring that into this game and bring that in there. It's already going to have that energy as a Labor Day classic. So I think just ride that, and like if you can get to them quick in the first quarter, you might be able to control at least that first half.
That's an interesting point. You do think Calgary is kind of looking at them like,
I mean, I think I would.
Yeah, it's human nature.
Yeah,
it's human nature.
I don't know.
I think
man.
their coaching staff will do a good job because the coaches are going against the coaches. And I think their Calgary's coaching staff will be hyping up, go against kill them and try and shut them down because they don't want to take losses to each other in their little brotherhood group as coaches either. As much as competitors are going against the teams, coaches feel the same way. Mm-hmm. And so, Dickey doesn't want to lose to kill him.
Yes.
And kill him damn sure wants to beat the hell out of Calgary his first time playing them.
That's huge. Like that's such a big part of it. Like that has to go a long way. Like that added motivation of Coach Killam, being back in Calgary, playing his former team. Man. Like Davey, he don't want to lose.
First game back.
Yeah. He don't want to lose to his old assistant. No. Come on.
Yeah. You were my assistant. Right?
Yeah. Come on.
That's only human to have these thoughts.
This is an interesting one because I'm looking at the overall defensive rankings here in the CFL. And Edmonton has played a lot better the last 5 games. Like, what was it? 21, 28, 22, 2020.
Something like that.
They're right in there.
And they're still 9th in the CFL in defense. And in fact, the gap between Toronto, who's 8th, and Edmonton is roughly the same between Winnipeg and Toronto. Winnipeg's in 3rd. The points ranking is roughly the same from Winnipeg to Toronto as it is from Toronto to Edmonton.
Lay down those total points.
So Edmonton is at 87. That's their ranking. Toronto's at 65. Toronto's at 8. And then Winnipeg, who's at 3rd, is at 45. So Winnipeg and Toronto separated by 5 spots, 20 points. Toronto and Edmonton separated by 1 spot, 18 points. And Edmonton, my point being is that Edmonton's defense has played a lot better lately. But how bad were they to start the year that they've played this better over 5 weeks and are still that far of a distance? Last play, like it.
Some
my
of the worst
goodness,
defense like we've ever seen. We said like this is historically bad defense, averaging 34.5 points for your opponents, 300 plus yards passing. Like it was bad.
Of the 11 categories that are trackable, they're still last in 7th. So I don't know.
They don't have a lot of defensive stats. Outside of tackles for a couple of guys, I think that's about the only thing that looks good. Sacks are not there. Fumbles are not there. Fumble recoveries definitely aren't there. And then picks aren't there.
Yep.
So yeah, you're going to be near the end.
Yeah.
Every time.
They've got less than a handful of every one of those categories Rick just said.
Yeah.
And for midway through the season, that's
not great.
Not very good, man.
Okay.
Like was the last pick Ford?
Yeah.
The Ford touchdown was the last pick?
Games ago.
Yeah.
And then the pick before that would have been what? Wasn't it Jake Serezna?
It was Jake.
So holy smokes.
Yeah.
Both just 2 hilarious interceptions as well. Like Jake's was obviously a batted ball.
Not
grab.
like earned,
yes,
know?
Yeah.
They were kind of gimmies.
Yeah. And you guys know how
the ball's up there.
You guys know how I feel about Terrell Ford's interception. Not a real interception.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to touch on for this one before we get to our hot seat of the week?
Just another call to the fans, man.
Yep.
Show out.
100%. Make the trip.
Yeah.
Get down there.
It's a fun time.
It's a great time. Okay. Hot seat of the week. Who is on your guys' hot seat for this one?
This is a cop out, but with this game and the way everything's going and the entire team, nobody can slip. Everybody's got to be there.
Yeah, it's real.
You know, I don't think you can look at one little aspect here. You need everybody playing here. We've seen little dips and dives out of different position groups. We need everybody going. So there's not one that say, hey, this one more than that one. We need everybody pulling on the rope. Yep. It's the only way you're going to beat Calgary.
The only way in Calgary. It's the only way, Rick. It's the only way. That's a really good one, man. I'll go hot seat is Mark Killam and the special teams unit. Killam, he only can coach. Coaches can't play. But, this is a huge moment for him. And his unit as the special teams coach that he is, they've been playing really good football. So I think they could pop off for some points this week.
Yeah, I was going to go with Coach Killam as well. And not the traditional hot seat because the team's obviously rallied and the team's played well, but this organization incredibly well. You're a first year head coach going to the organization you were at for 2 decades. This is your time to show out and be like, I am here as a head coach. You know what I mean? Like I'm going back to the team that raised me. I'm going into their barn. They just beat the best team in the CFL record wise. Like to go in there and out coach the guy who was your head coach and Dave would go miles. So Coach Killam for that reason. Like it's not a traditional hot seat, but he's the guy I'm putting on the hot seat for the week. Because if you go out and like I said, you lose like 40-15, there's Calgary's kind of thinking like, oh, I guess we don't mind letting you walk.
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah. But if you go out there and you out coach your old mentor, I don't know if mentor's fair, but if you go out there and out coach your old mentor and put up a dub and put the league on notice, miles for you. Also, Javon Leaks, you didn't join the pod this morning. He's on the hot seat.
No doubt.
Stole mine.
But that's okay. He's doing a lot. He's ice bathing it. Pat, do you have a hot seat for this week?
Yeah, it's pretty hard not to go with Killam. I just think being the storyline of the weekend, he's going to have to step up and convince these guys that they can win this game. Because then all eyes are going to be on him, but he's got to say, this is where you guys need to show that you can do it. You are good enough. And so you got to, like I said, you got to convince them to be the storyline over him, but that's kind of on him to do, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So that's kind of why I think kill him.
You are enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They need to just have that written around the mirrors as the guys looking. You are enough.
Play like a champion.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the betting lines of the week here. Obviously, only the 3 games this week. We'll start with the Winnipeg and Sask. We'll play a little whose line is it anyway. What do you guys think the spread is in this one?
Winnipeg versus Saskatchewan. That's got to be Saskatchewan probably by 4.5.
I got Sask 3.5.
You guys are 5.5.
Ooh, 5.5.
That's respect for Saskatchewan.
Wow, that sure is.
Over under set at 51.5. If you guys are placing bets on this one, where are you putting your money? On the over under and then on the spread there?
Go ahead.
On the over for sure. I think in order for Winnipeg to beat them, they're going to have to put up some points. Saskatchewan's going to put their points. They've proven this already. And this first one's in Saskatchewan, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll get an over. Man, that's 5.5. Win it by a touch. I don't even know if they're usually close, but I'm going to go Winnipeg in the over.
I'm going to
cover those points. Keep it
go
close.
Under in Winnipeg. Winnipeg to cover the points and under because especially if Nick Dembski, he had to leave the game. He's Winnipeg's best receiver right now. If Zach doesn't have that security blanket, I don't think they'll put up a ton of points with just Brady Olivier, the way they run the football, and Sask, hell of a defense. So I think it'll be a close game, but I think under.
I like the under, and I like Winnipeg at plus 5.5 as well. I just watched not my team. I just watched Saskatchewan score 15 points. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a lot of confidence in the over in this one hitting. And it's the Labor Day Classic. Like that game, you can't possibly have a spread at 5.5 for a Labor Day Classic. Wild. Like that's too many points. Yeah. So I'm taking Winnipeg plus 5.5 and I like the under on that one. Pat?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think Winnipeg with the plus and then the under as well.
All right, we got Toronto and Hamilton. You guys play a little whose line is it anyway? What do you guys think the line is for this one? And the over-under.
Hamilton by 4.5. Over-under is going to be 49 points.
I see it being 5.5 again. I think those two games are pretty close. And I think most of the over-unders are usually around the upper 40, lower 50. That one's probably going to be a little bit lower. So I'll go 47.5.
So it is 5.5 for Hamilton. The over-under is actually 56.5.
Oh,
and Toronto just scored 52. Yeah, they just scored 52. Imagine Toronto puts up 52 again back-to-back weeks, and Hamilton only gets 4. And the under cashes. It's the under when Toronto puts up 52 points. What do you guys like in this one? I probably like, again, I just think 5.5 points is too many for a Labor Day Classic, especially and this one isn't as much a classic as the other two. But for a team that just put up 52 points, like they show they can ball a little bit. Like BC, like they beat Edmonton twice and Edmonton soundly twice. Like we know what BC can do. Toronto just put up 52 against them. So I like the over in this one. Roll with that. And then I like Toronto plus 5.5.
I'm going to take Hamilton to beat that. I'm going to take the under. I think they're not putting up that many points again. BC really had a bad game defensively. I think that inflates the over under a bit here. Let's keep it down a bit. And I think Hamilton's just a better team. They're in their head. They're the better team here.
For sure.
I do think Hamilton wins for sure. I just think Toronto.
And it's a quick touchdown, right? You can be up by 3, you get the ball at the end, a quick touchdown. That's
all
a quick
of a sudden
10.
a rouge happens randomly.
Yeah.
I swear sometimes the ball don't even go in the end zone. Scoreboard operators just put 1 point up there. Yeah. Okay. And then did you give yours, Eddie?
I think Hamilton will cover.
Okay.
And I'll take the under.
And the big one for us here, Edmonton, Calgary, whose line is it anyway? What do you guys think?
Man, like, you know what? It's going to be around the same. I'll go 4.5 this time. And then we'll go 52.5. Obviously for Calgary.
You nailed the over under. It is 52.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a guess at the line?
Calgary 6.5.
It is 6.5. That's a lot of respect for a Labor Day game.
Just because you see the Calgary coming off of the win.
Yeah.
That's why against
this is the one I have the toughest one with the over under. Like I don't know which direction I would go in this one. I think I lean under, but I could like 28-24. That's the score I have worked out in my mind, and that's right there.
That's right there.
It could blitz past that. Like I don't know.
I'll take the over, and I'll take Edmonton to cover.
I'm really split on this one.
I'll probably take the under, Edmonton to cover.
Take the under. I'm going to take Edmonton on the money line. So I'll obviously take Edmonton to cover.
What's the money line number?
The money, they don't have it here.
Yeah.
It's they don't. It's crazy. They don't have
plus 140, plus 150 somewhere.
The one I'm on is plus 265.
265.
265.
Damn.
Yeah, like 250. Yeah,
that's a nice little payday.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little payday. I like Edmonton on the money line. I honestly think this one is going to be either 53 or 52. I have no way of explaining that, but I just think it's going to be right there on that line. But I'll take the over.
Yeah.
But Calgary's defense is but I'll take the over.
Nobody wants to cheer for an under.
You ever bet the under on a basketball game?
It sucks.
You're just cheering for missed buckets.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst thing ever. You're just like you're watching, hoping the team's 5 Jonte Porter is just bricking it. It's the worst thing ever. Okay, let's finish up with do we have a blind rankings for today?
I've got one on my lap here.
Okay, finish up with a little blind rankings.
So I stayed away from any of our teams because, well, that would have been too easy or maybe skewed it a bit. But we're going with sports rivalries, more so.
Oh, what an
more so pick. North America here.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off with. This is more from the '90s NFL, but Cowboys Niners.
That's a good one. Would be better if they were in division, but that is a good one. A lot of history there. I'm going to safely put it at number 4. 5.
Yeah. I think 4 is good.
Okay, then we're going to step up. We're going Habs Bruins.
I'm putting this one 5.
Yeah.
I'm putting this one 5.
I think it's slowed down a little bit in the last couple of years as far as NHL rivalries go. So I could put it at a 3.
4.
Easy one here. Yankees Red Sox.
I'm putting this one in number 2.
I'm scared of leaving that one spot open, but yeah.
I know. There's a really specific one I'm waiting for at number 1 that I don't actually think is going to come, but I'm just holding out in case it does.
It may actually.
Yankees Sox, I'll put it at 2.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to Lakers Celtics.
I'm putting that. I feel like I should put this number 1, but I'm still holding it. I'm going to put it at number 3 because
I'll
I'm
put
holding
that
out.
as 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to go 1 and as well because I already
That's
gave
so
up my
iconic.
3.
It's gonna be
East
like
Coast,
it's gonna be
West
like, bro. It's
Coast.
gonna be like Jags Titans.
No, I couldn't go there. I did have to think a little bit harder for this one, but we are going to go something. This might be what you were expecting, actually. We're going Ohio State, Michigan.
Yes, fuck yeah! I stuck to my
That's a good
guns
one.
and it paid off. That's an obvious number 1. That's an
a good one.
obvious
That's a
number
good
1.
I'm happy with that at
Fuck.
3. I'm happy with that at 3. I'm happy with that being below the Yankees, Red Sox, just because the pro.
No
the
way,
history.
bro. No way.
Usually when you get Yankees, Red Sox, though, they're more 2 teams at the top. And right now I find Ohio State or Michigan
Yes.
is either higher than the ones
Right.
lower. And so you don't really get those 2 battling at the
Clash
same
of the
level. Yeah.
Titans.
Fuck. That was crystal. Listen, crystal
I
ball.
figured he might like that one.
Beaver over
Yeah.
there.
You guys see how happy I am? I'm just happy. How many episodes have we done? This is the
Davey.
happiest I've been in 20. Okay. Do we have anything else we want to add here?
This is a good one.
I'm feeling pretty good about everything. Really excited for this one, obviously. But yeah,
How are you going to wrap this up today?
Pat, you want to send us out? No, shit. Listen, okay, this has been a lot of fun. As always, we will talk to you guys. I think what we're going to do, I think we decided this, right? So the game is obviously on Monday.
Correct.
So we're going to do an Elks 101 on, it's pretty rare we do the Elks 101 before we do Elks Central. It doesn't really work out like that. But I think we're going to do the Elks 101 on
Just
that
kind of preview
Monday,
the game
on
a little bit
day.
more.
Yeah. I'm actually away, so I'm gonna have to Zoom it, or just you guys will do it without me.
We'll figure it
Probably
out.
should have told you that before. And
Where you
then
at?
doing Cowboy Trail down. Yeah, a little roadie with the GF. Gonna go hit Waterton, ride some horses. It's nice.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, be cool. And then Elk Central on Tuesday, I think. So
Yeah.
shit. Okay. This is Declan, Eddie, and Rick signing off, and Pat signing off. We will talk to you next time.